So today we are going to be replacing the battery on the 2016 Nissan Versa Note. This is the replacement battery. It's a 99R battery. It's somewhat of a proprietary uh, type of battery. So although it's a small one, but it's very expensive, just over $200 or so. I've seen somewhere like $250 or something, and including the core plus taxes. So it's a very expensive battery. So we are going to be replacing it today because it tested weak, and so I notified the customer, and they wanted to go ahead and to replace it. So the first thing you need to do is to remove this out of the way. It's a 10 millimeter. You should be able to get this out. And this one is an 8 millimeter for the clamp. So we need to get that out of the way. Or you can just put it on the side if you want. This is an 8. Just loosen up the clamp a little bit. You should be able to get it out just like that. So now you're going to be needing a double extension. It's a 13 millimeter for the hold down, which is located here. I I believe this is I think it's the engine computer. So just beside the engine computer. So this one is 13. Just leave that there. It should be loose now. We can leave the bracket as it is. We are going to loosen the terminals. If you want, you can use a wire brush first to clean the terminals before you take it off, because right now it's being held down. I'm not sure on where the wire brush is. I'm working remotely at the moment, so I have this. You can just do this and clean it just like that if you want. But these terminals are not very dirty at all. I don't really see much corrosion here. So now we can loosen up the terminals, the negative first. It's a 10 millimeter. So you can get this out of the way, and then the positive terminal. And then wiggle it and get that out of the way. You should be able to pull this straight up, get it out. And you have the battery warmer. If you can reuse these, if you can reuse it. If not, you can toss it out. And then you have the bracket over here. It was installed just like this. If you want, you can put some anti-seize here or something to prevent rust. So there's a lot of crap and stuff here. So I'm probably going to clean it out. I'm just going to spray some penetrating oil where the mounting hole is. So I really don't have anything on me, so I'm just going to have to wipe this down to get rid of all this junk debris. You can spray some rust proofing stuff here if you want. It's up to you. So now we are going to install a new battery, just like so. Get this in here. There's some wires and stuff. I believe this vehicle has like a block heater or something. We can get this out of the way for now. See if the battery warmer can fit. If not, then we are just going to leave it. If it does, then we'll keep it in there. It seems like it fits. Just trying to move the wiring out of the way for the block heater, so it does fit. So we are going to keep it. We're going to install the I don't really have anti-seize on me at the moment. I have like the green, the Lucas grease stuff, the extra heavy duty stuff. So we're going to install that. This bolt, it stays in place, so it's locked in there because there's a washer there. So what we can do, we can place it in, and we can position the socket inside. See how this is going to go in. So it seems like this piece is gonna go in like this. I don't think it won't go in like this. This is going to hold against the bottom base of the bracket of the battery. So you gotta make sure that the battery is perfectly flat. There's something in the back here, so you gotta make sure it's not leaning against the edge of the carrier here that's holding the battery down. I think that's what they call it, the carrier or something. So I'm just repositioning the hold down, the hardware piece. Just making sure I'm posi- positioning the battery properly. It will be a bit hard to tell when the battery blanket is in the way, so sometimes you may need to lift up on the blanket to make sure that's positioned correctly. So it looks okay to me here, so we're just going to leave that. Just going to tighten it up a little bit more. So make sure that the battery is not loose and does not move, and you should be all good to go. We are just going to clean up the terminals a bit. Uh, I don't know if I have anything here to clean the terminals up. You can use like warm or hot water to clean to clean excess corrosion if there's too much corrosion, and then you can use like a wire brush or something to get inside to clean it. Probably can use the wire wheel a bit to clean this up. This one, I believe, has a battery current sensor, so there may need to you may need to do a reset. I think it's called the BMS or something, battery monitoring system. So you may need to do a reset afterwards. I have some like wire brushes I can use to clean through here. So once you're done, you can install the battery terminals. Usually I use those washers from either from Part Source or Canadian Tire. The washers that you put underneath here to prevent corrosion. Uh, Sometimes they help. So, but I don't have any on me, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Make sure this is seated in, and we're going to tighten up the terminals. Make sure it's tight. You don't want to over tighten it. And you want to do the same for the negative. You want to do the positive, connect the positive first, and then the negative last. Once again, this is a 10 millimeter. You can use an open end wrench if you want, or a ratcheting wrench. The ratcheting part does not get on the hex of the nut completely, so I have to use the non-ratcheting part to get over it completely. And make sure that you close this up, because sometimes if you're not careful and you turn this wrench, you can accidentally touch the positive terminal, and that's going to create a short and a safety hazard and a bunch of sparks. So you want to be careful when you tying up the negative terminal, and that's the reason why you disconnect the negative first and then the positive, and when you reinstall, the positive first and then the negative. That way, that if you do it the other way, it's not safe, because if somehow you accidentally you touch your ratchet or wrench onto a piece of metal or something else, that's going to complete the circuit and is going to cause a short and spark, and you create yourself a very dangerous situation, because the piece of metal can weld onto on whatever it's connected to. So you need to be careful. And that's tight. Verify everything is tight, and then you can spray some battery terminal sealer or something, or some kind of spray to prevent corrosion. And you can put anything. I don't have anything on me at the moment, so I'm probably just gonna use this stuff, the super lube dielectric grease stuff. So that will help to prevent corrosion. I don't normally use this stuff though on this on terminals, but it's okay to do so. But the spray stuff is way better. The white grease stuff or whatever. Usually I spray the battery terminal sealer stuff, or the fluid film or whatever, some form of rust proofing. So now we are just about almost done. Put the block heater cables, the wiring, out of the way. Install the part of the air duct. Make sure that the hose lines up here. We're gonna install the bolt back. Don't wipe down the excess on this. That's a 10. The other one is an 8 for the clamp. You don't want to over tighten it, so everything is tight. I think we're all good to go now. So I think that's it now. I'm going to see if there's like a BMS reset for the battery, because this one has a current sensor on the end here. So now I'm inside the vehicle. I'm just using the top down scan tool, RT Diag 900. I already selected to read the VIN. So hot functions, the BMS reset. I'm trying to see if there's a reset that needs to be done on this. Battery saver, set body control module, headlamp, and not sure on what that is, but we'll see. Change battery saver setting. So so I'm not sure if there needs to be a reset on this vehicle. So I originally thought that you have to do a battery reset, because I know on some vehicles they have like the battery registration and things like that. In some other vehicles, like on some Fords and stuff, they have something called a BMS reset, the battery monitoring system, to reset the battery and stuff, so that the vehicle knows that a new battery was put in, and to adjust the voltage and things like that. I'm not going to get into the deep discussion about that, but I think on this vehicle there's no need to do a battery reset on this, although this has a current sensor and stuff like that. So usually the ones that have a current sensor, it typically needs some form of a reset, but not always. But uh, that's it. That's it for this one.